What's up, everybody? I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and this is Total Chaos. It's the NHL Thursday night hockey fight. We're missing two of our guys this week. Detroit Lenny and Nick Earl are both doing Detroit Lenny and Nick Earl things right now, but never fear because Terry Edelman and Nathan S are here. What's up, Terry? How you doing?
Not too bad. My Minnesota Wild won yesterday, so their losing streak is over. So I'm in a pretty good mood today and ready to go over some games for tomorrow.
You've been on a little hot streak too with your betting, huh? The last 4 days or so, you've been doing real well, I hear.
Yeah, I had a rough losing streak that happened,
Yeah.
but I've completely rebounded the last 4 days, winning days. It's been great.
Yeah, they don't call it a cakewalk. They call it a grind. It's a
Exactly.
grind in this
The
business.
long game.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
about
just,
every day. It's about the long term, right?
yep, exactly. Nathan S., how have you been doing lately?
I'm doing all right. Hockey's still swinging. It's getting into the swing of things. We're seeing a ton of overs right now. So there's teams playing hot, teams not playing hot. So this one should be interesting. We got a big, I believe, 13-game slate tomorrow. So there's plenty of action around in the NHL.
Yes, there is. And we're going to talk about 5 of those games in just a minute here. Before we get started, I do want to remind everybody about our official sponsor for Picks and Parlays. It's Caesars Sportsbook. They're going to hook you guys up with a great promotion. It's an $1,100 first bet insurance play. So basically, for all new accounts, you get signed up, drop in whatever you're going to bet up to $1,100. And if that bet loses, Caesars will redeposit that money back into your account to make another bet with. So it's a really good deal. And welcome everyone from Illinois. I know you guys went live today. So if you're looking for a great sports book to get hooked up with, check out Caesars. There's also a link in the description of this video. Okay, so here we go. Don't forget, everyone, also like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Kind of a big deal. Y'all. All right, so let's get this party started. We're going to start with the Blue Jackets at the Islanders. Terry Edelman, you go first. Is it going over or under the 5.5?
All right. The last 5 times Columbus has gone to New York, all 5 games went under. Columbus in their last 6 games, 4-2 to the over. Islanders 6-2 to the over in their last 8 games. So this one's kind of tough. These teams are playing over right now. They played under in the past, but I'm going to go with the current form here. These teams are scoring. Even the Islanders 6-2 in their last 8. The Islanders are not really known as an offensive team, but they're going over. Columbus, we all know they can go over for sure. So I like the over here.
All right, Nathan, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, Terry hit it on the head. The Islanders like to play defensive style hockey, especially at home, but recently it's their offense. We saw it when they played the Blues. It was 2-1, but that is because the Islanders are defensive and the Blues are slow during brunch games, and so the Islanders won that one 2-1. But they have been putting up goals. I think the Islanders can contribute, and the Blue Jackets defense gives up goals, and their offense scores goals. So I think this one goes over as well, especially at a 5.5.
All right, that's a beautiful thing. And people at home, we are filming these the night before. Just so you know, we film on a Wednesday for the games on Thursday. So these lines are subject to change. We get the video out on Wednesday night, but it might be Thursday and you're seeing 6s. So that's why you got to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know exactly when our videos come right out. Nathan S. Ducks are at the Predators. A lot of 5.5s. We only got 1-6 today. What do you think about this one, Nathan?
Oh, this one's tough. The Predators have been playing under hockey at home, but this is one of 2 teams that's having issues in net and defensively. The Ducks have Gibson with a hand injury. He didn't look good his last start. He's been giving up 3, and then we all know what Stolarz does. The Ducks like to hide him and let him play. So either one of those right now, they're trending over. I like the Preds in this game. I've got them in reg. I'll probably add them on the puck line as a strict fade of the Ducks. And yeah, I'm going to ride that over. I think we see goals, and I think as long as the Ducks give me 1 or possibly 2, this will soar over. This will be a 6 or 7.
Soar over, he says. Terry, how do you feel about that one?
Like Nathan said, this is a tough one. Things are pretty even here, over under for both teams. The Predators have won 8 of the last 9 at home versus Anaheim. So if you want a bonus pick, the Predators have success against this Ducks team. For the total, I have to go under here. I think it's going to be 3-2. It's not going to be a low scoring game, but I think it might just squeak under here. The Preds, I think they're trending more towards the under, and they will going closer to the playoffs. Playoffs aren't too far away. You got to play close games. You got to keep things close. You got to be better defensively. I think we see a 3-2 game here, so I'll have to go under.
Okay. How about the Rangers at the Blues? Another 5.5 for us.
Rangers and Blues.
Isn't that what I have? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Right back to me again.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last 7 times Rangers have gone to Blues, 3 over, 7 under. In Rangers' last 10 games, 3 over, 7 under. And in Rangers' Blues' last 5 games, 1 over, 4 under. I'm taking this under. This just screams under to me. These teams are going under. So past history, current form. The Rangers have been going over. There are 3 overs. 2 of them were with Georgiev and net. He played against Minnesota. He let in a bunch of goals. He won't be starting tomorrow. It will be Shesterkin. So I like the game under. All
right, old Shesterkin. How do you feel about it, Nathan?
Yeah, I agree. As long as we get a Shesterkin and Husso matchup, this game should sail under. Both these teams play defense. I'm not impressed with this Blues offense. And then I'm sure you've heard Nick Earl saying Rangers 5-on-5 is absolutely disgusting. And so this game, this one is going to sail under. Even though the juice is towards the over, I think that's because the public has seen those Georgiev losses in there, and he definitely knows how to give up goals. We saw it last night. So I'm going to agree with Terry here, under 5.5.
All right, keep it rolling along. The Lightning are at the Flames, and the number is 6. Finally, we get a 6 in here. Nathan, what do you got?
Oh, man, this one's going to be tough, but this is amongst 2 of the hottest teams in hockey right now. I'm going to have to go under. I think we see 60 minutes of playoff hockey right here. First time these 2 teams met, it went under 6. Hopefully the public sees it. I'm waiting to take this one because the juice is towards the over. It was a 5.5 earlier today. It's a 6 now. I'm hoping we see a 6.5 so I can get that extra hook because I think we get 60 minutes of playoff hockey and these 2 teams just lock it up.
I love it. All right. Terry, how do you feel about it?
I'm on the other side here. The last 10 meetings, Tampa going to Calgary. Tampa's 8-2, so they've done very well in Calgary. 5 over, 4 under, 1 landed on 6. In Tampa's last 9 games, 6 over, 2 under, 1 landed on 6. In the Flames' last 7 games, 5 over, 1 under, 1 landed on 6. Both these teams are playing heavily to the over right now. Both do have good goaltenders, so I could see I do see Nathan's point of view that it could go under, but right now everything's screaming over to me. So even though it's a 6, I'm going to take the over.
All right, here we go. I mean, they put them high for a reason, right? We got the Sharks at the Kings, 5.5. Last one for the round. Terry Edelmann, what do you say?
Kind of like our last Total Chaos, goaltending matters big with this one. If it's Stalock and net, then I don't like my pick anymore. But it should be Sawchenko. I believe he might have been confirmed already as well. Sharks 1 over, 4 under in their last 5. LA 4 over, 2 under. In previous meetings, 3 over, 8 under, 1 landed on 6. So 4 over, 8 under. I'm going to go with the under here. I think we're going to get a 3-2 win. And don't be surprised if the Sharks pull off the upset here. They've won 11 of the last 14 in LA. They have a lot of success against this LA team. Kings are coming off a long Eastern trip. I could see an upset here with the Sharks.
Wow. Sharks pull the upset. I did a free pick video with Nick Earl earlier today, and he had the Kings -1.5 and -2.5.
We discussed this, yeah.
Did you? I like this Kings team, but I'm not the biggest hockey person ever. I kind of liked your breakdown there as well. Nathan S., what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go against Terry there. I see the Kings almost covering this by themselves. The reason that last game was so horrible is because they're still trying to replace a ton of ice time on that front line, not only in net. That's why we're going to have Sawchenko tomorrow night, but also on defense. Derek Carlson's out, Middleton's out. This Sharks team, that it's going to have to be all gas, no brakes, because they're not going to be able to put the brakes on the Kings tomorrow. It's either going to be a track meet or it's going to be one sided. And I'm with Nick Earl on that. I've already got the Kings in red, Kings -1.5 on my card. Get it while you can. The juice is going to leave, especially once people see Sawchenko giving up 8 goals. If it gets out of hand, they have no one else to go to because Reimer and Aiden Hill are hurt. So it's either Sawchenko or Staylock with a spot start. So either of them, both of them give up goals, and I think this one sails over.
All right. So a little disagreement there. That's why we call it chaos, though. No big deal. We are going to do a recap for anybody just joining us. But again, let me remind you about that promo code, MORNINGCZR. If you're a new account, head over to Caesars and use that promo code. They'll hook you up with that $1,100 first bet insurance. It's important stuff. This is a huge month for action. So all the books, I have 4 different books. You might already have a book. You might need another book. I've got 4 so I can shop lines. How many books do you have, Terry?
3, but I use 2 most of the time.
Yeah, I use like 1 or 2, but I've got 4 of them to check lines. How
Yeah.
many do you have, Nathan?
Yeah, I've got a couple that I use because certain books give you access to different angles, but also you always have to weigh the better bet for sides and totals. It's all about maximizing the most for your risk.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like shopping lines. I like to know that you have it here. You know, some of the sharper books will have it here, and then you go bet it on your softer book where that line hasn't quite moved yet. You know, that's kind of what you're looking for. And then also there's books that have player props and some that don't. Some have first periods and some don't. And, you know, so it's important to have multiple books is all I'm saying to you people at home. We're going to do that recap. Like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. And if you're over at picksandparlays.net, looking for some premium plays from one of the 25 top handicappers on the site, use the promo code MAX, M-A-X, and that will get you all hooked up. Terry, what do you have going on over at Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, or you can find him at Let's Go Wild Picks?
Yeah, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends every day at 4:30. I moved the time, so I'm not competing with Game Time Decision the whole hour. So I moved.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I moved it earlier to 4:30. So because Nick is a big part of the show, so I enjoy having him on. Nathan is on as well. Check us out there every Monday to Saturday. Free picks.
Beautiful. I love it. And Nathan, what do you have going on in your world?
Not much. Listening to the news right now, trying to decide when we're going to have an MLB schedule, and seeing all these moves in the NFL going around as offseason heats up. So it's very interesting. March Madness is right around the corner, so it's a great time to be watching sports right now.
Some would say that the madness is already here. I watched Xavier go down today in the first round of their tournament. I watched Wake Forest go down in the first round of the ACC. So it's going to be a good one, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun. There's lots of money to be made. So head over to picksandparlays.net, find those premium plays, and use the promo code MAX, M-A-X, to save you 20% off. All right, for the recap, we're talking the Blue Jackets at the Islanders. It's 5.5, and they're both taking it over. Remember, when they agree, those tend to be the power plays on the show. See what I did there? I hockeyed there. Ducks are at the Predators, another 5.5. Nathan is going to go over. Terry goes under. Rangers are at the Blues. Both of them say it goes under the 5.5. Lightning are at the Flames. The total is 6. Nathan's going under. Terry is going over. And the Sharks at the Kings. We have a lot of contention in this one. Terry's going under. Nathan is going over. Nathan likes the Kings puck line. Terry likes the Sharks puck line. That's just a toss-up, people. But I'm excited when we come back here next week to see who was right. So there's that. I'm always going to go with the team that's given me goals. So there's that too, just saying. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure as always. And like I always say, may the best capper win. Good luck.